like a blame, was arguing. I remember we attended session was even late for if and it was argument. I don't think whether it was even 1 hour argument that can take time for the taxes not to get done. And again, I've been the one who's been working on those taxes, but my effort is always seen as nothing in this organization. I realize that is always seen as a nothing. It is fine. You cannot force people to see what you are doing. And
Recording in
that's really
progress.
I was called a monster. And that's
Okay,
what
so that was
hits me.
not true. No one called anyone a monster. Also, it's completely untrue that you are
And
not respected in this
yeah,
organization. Like, if we want to make this a
and
contentious session, I'm fine. We can start contentious session, no problem.
no,
But
there's
you
not
were
a
not
content.
called a monster.
I'm
It was
just saying
literally the
how
word
you.
was
I think you
Monday, and
also
it was
say
a
how you
typo, and
feel.
we fixed it. So if you can't handle a typo, then I don't feel comfortable or safe in this space because I'm dyslexic. I have issues. There's typos sometimes. If you can't handle that, I have a problem with that because I think it's very disrespectful and discriminatory.
Let me finish.
Mm,
Sure, but
okay,
don't
continue,
don't
listen.
repeat lies. I did not call you a monster. I said Monday, and you keep saying it's
I
monster. It's just not
understand that
true.
sometimes you have typo, you have this typo thing that happens consistently. Sometimes you want to write happen, you write something else. So we understand. The moment you corrected yourself, please, Lucy, take it as as a mistake on his part, like a typo.
It's fine. I'm always a bad person. I'm always called on names, such kind of the names. And yes, I'm trying to see how I will cope up with that. I've been working on taxes, and that is it. Check. Looking forward to have a great session.
Mm. Okay, who is on the call again? I think we have Precious on the call. Precious, are you there? You need to
Yes,
unmute
I'm
yourself.
here. Hello,
Oh, yeah,
I am here.
yeah, now I hear the voice. I'm not sure if you've been in the organization before. The usual culture or the culture is that when we are having a main session, you check in verbally, you state your rating from 1 to 9, then you tell us how you feel or what you're expecting to see today or whatever good things that comes to mind so that we can type it and then we'll move to the proper work. So I would like to get
Okay, sorry.
your
Yes, you
hello.
were saying?
So I said
Yes,
I would
if
like to
if,
get
if you
your
can.
start.
Okay, so I'm supposed to give you a rating.
Yes, yes,
How you're
yes.
feeling.
So how you're feeling from 1 to 9. If it is 3.5, 2.6, whatever.
Okay, maybe I would say a two. Yeah, generally I would say a two because I'm uncertain about a lot of things in regards to the organization. So I'm very confused. So I'll say a two.
Okay.
Yes.
Have you done a interview?
I did not do the interview. I did state it in the beginning, in the group, the
Okay.
the new
Okay.
recruitment. Yes.
You didn't
Okay.
answer my question. Did you do an interview before or not?
No, that's what I'm saying. I did
You've
not.
never done an interview before. Okay, so you should immediately stop anything with the legal responsibility because you can't do that. You need to focus on your interview and scheduling your interview and doing your pop, right? So you did a pop, but you did not do an interview.
I did do the pop. Yes.
But you didn't do the interview.
Okay. Okay.
No.
Okay. All right. So that would be your next step is to do your interview. So either someone can go off with you and do the interview now, or you can schedule for after the session, or you can schedule for tomorrow. But that would be the next step. So we can just do that as topic 0. We can schedule a topic to go over it and answer all your questions as well. But should we just start with that, our first topic, to just make Precious our first topic and do follow policy on that?
Yes, let's start with Precious.
Okay, so this shouldn't take very long, maybe 6 to 12 minutes. Answer questions. I'm kind of sticking towards trying to go with just one time, just saying up to 12 minutes, so that we're a little more organized on our time. So does that sound good? Are there any objections to topic 1?
Not at all for me. It's okay. We can go with that.
Okay, so let's do topic 1, Precious. So it looks like so far we have clarity that you have not done a interview, which is required, right?
Yeah.
So you're on stage 3. So let's get to stage 3. So I'm not sure how we didn't cover that before, because we kept asking you what you had done, if you'd done interviews, you'd done pop and everything. So I thought you had already done all that, but somehow we made a mistake. But that's why it's good to actually come to a session to address things. Does anyone have the stage 3?
Okay.
I think this is it here.
All
right, here's stage 3.
Let me support.
Okay, so I'm linking stage 3 to our notes. Stage 3. Paste. Okay, and then I'll also put that in here. So you also said that you're interested in doing the new fork, right?
Yes.
Cool. All right.
Yes.
Great. So the new fork is just the $5 an hour, and then the training budget is $450, right? So
yes.
So because of that, we've simplified our recruitment substantially. So once you finish your interview, basically you can go right back into the legal responsibility, because everything's already basically pre-approved, so we can do the proposal, but the question would be, are there any objections to Precious moving forward and joining the team through the legal responsibility, right, and getting in the deliverables budget, so the proposal would be like, any objections to Precious joining deliverables budget. So overall, I think the correct proposal is that it's not even about objections. It's just like, there's no objections to Precious meeting criteria for the deliverables budget, right? So as long as there's no objections to everyone believing that Precious meets the criteria for the deliverables budget, then she automatically gets added to the deliverables budget, and that's that. Okay? Does that make sense? Yeah, so that makes it really simple. And then, of course, you need to do the deliverables work to bring in the money into the organization. So let's just give you a chance to ask any questions. So I think that's it as far as the recruitment side of things. So from here, it's just like any questions you possibly have regarding recruitment, Precious. You said that in your check-in that you were just a little confused about things, so this is your chance to get questions answered and ideally be less confused.
Okay, thank you for that. So maybe the first question I would ask is in regards to role clarity. Like, could you please clarify what my exact role would be, and like what specific responsibilities I would focus on in the event that I start working?
Okay. Are you on the notes, or do I need to share my screen?
you can share your screen.
Okay, so this is our deliverables budget. So if you want to get paid, you have to do deliverables client income work, right? So the client income work is the deliverables. And so this is the link to the deliverables budget. And so if you can see my screen, basically, oh, the transcript stays right in the middle. Interesting. These are the list of all the deliverables, right? So for example, you would schedule on doing bills, which is number 3, and you're doing our legally quarter bills. So we have if you get the link to the responsibility training for legal quarterly bills, it would basically have a list of these are the bills we need to verify that have been paid for the quarterly bills. We do that every time. And the value of this is $2. Okay?
You're breaking. You're breaking. I'm not sure if it's my internet or yours, but I can barely hear you.
It's probably your internet because of the sharing the screen. So I can stop the screen share if you could just go to the notes and then you can see the deliverables budget. Are you able to go to the notes? Hello, Precious, can anyone hear me?
Okay.
I can.
Now I can hear you.
Okay, so if you could go to the notes, it'd probably be better connection. And then, can you go to the notes, Precious?
Do you even have the notes, Precious? You have access to the notes?
No, I don't. If you could kindly share them in the platform so I can access them.
Are you
Okay,
just? You're on a computer, right? Are you on computer?
Yeah, I am on a computer.
Okay, I put the notes on Jitsi,
Okay,
and
I've seen
also
the
the
link.
notes should be on.
Yes, I have seen the link. Thank you.
Yeah, on the. It should also be on Discord. So on line 25 for topic 1 is the link to the deliverables budget for the client work income. And this lists all of the deliverable responsibilities that are required. So in this case, we have, I don't know, there's like 60 different specific assigned deliverables, some of which need to be done, 10 or more times per month. So, or overall.
Okay.
So it just depends on which deliverable you want to do. They're ordered by how valuable they are. So some deliverables are a lot more valuable than other ones. So it's good to, if depending on how much you want to get paid, to focus on the deliverables that have more value. And then also one of the most important deliverables is in updating updating the deliverable potential income, right? So it looks like that is $6, and we need to do it, a dozen times or more, maybe 20, 30 times, right? So that's as many hundreds of dollars of value. So when we update the potential income, we're listing the deliverables and we're preparing the list of all of the work that we get paid to do. Right? Does that make sense?
Okay.
So that's
Yes,
part of the client work. And then once you do client work, right now what we say is like, minimally every time we do client work, we double the amount. So even though it seems like a really small amount, like $6, it gets doubled, tripled, quadrupled, quintupled, times 16, everything. So it goes up really, really fast. So when we double this, you get the money for the internal operations. And so that is also other work that you can do, which is the potential operations list.
Okay.
Which I'm not seeing potential ops. Here we go. This is the operations right here. So, but again, you can only get the operations value if we are also doing the value for the client work income. Client work income always comes first. Without money coming into the organization, there is no pay, right? We have to complete the
Okay.
deliverables because otherwise there literally just isn't any money because we have to do the work for the clients to bring the money in. So does that kind of answer your question a little bit? Or?
Yes, it does to some extent, but I'm sure as if I do start and then yeah, I'll see how everything goes, but it does answer my question to some extent. Yes.
So do you have any
Can I
other
ask
questions?
another question?
Yes, more questions.
Okay, so the other question I have is in regards to payment. So could you clarify how payment works and how often are we paid? And yeah, just basically those two questions. How payment? Okay, maybe you have to tell me how payment works partially, but how often is it? Monthly? Is it weekly? Is it after a task is done immediately? Yes.
Yeah, so payment is currently monthly. And do you come
Okay.
from Upwork or Workana?
I am not sure what you mean.
Did you find us through Upwork or Workana?
I found you through Upwork.
Upwork, yeah. So you would get paid on Upwork.
Mm.
So the payments would be made through
Oh, okay.
Upwork, and then you would be responsible for running the payroll. Right? So as workers, we're responsible
Okay.
to do our own payroll, calculate how much each person was going to get paid, and then we approve the payroll. So it would be a vote of the co-op to approve our own payroll to pay ourselves, and then the payroll gets run based on the agreement for the payments. So at this point, the payroll for the deliverables budget is extremely easy. We just track the deliverables of the work we completed for the month, and then we just add it all up, and then get everyone paid. So Lucy's been doing the most work on the payrolls. Well, Lucy does more work than anything overall. Like Lucy is our best and most productive worker as far as like human worker. Looks like we're out of time. Is there any other
Okay.
last question? Otherwise, it looks like no one's taking a lot of notes here, but
No, that's it. No, those are the only questions I have for now. So thank you very much.
so so the only other thing for me was just scheduling your interview, or if someone wants to go with Precious right now and go do an interview, and we could also do check-ins from Bright and Doris. Looks like we missed our break as well, so we're breaking lots of policies.
Yeah.
So I'll say it again.
The
Can
question
somebody
does she
go
want to have
with
a
Precious and
have
do her interview right now?
Precious?
That was not a
You want to
Is
have
it
question for
your
possible
Precious.
if I could? Is it possible if I could have it tomorrow?
Okay, that's fine. So if you
Okay.
want to leave now, you can do it tomorrow.
Okay. All right.
So your options are either to
So
do it now,
tomorrow.
or you can just leave and do it tomorrow.
No, I think I'll do it tomorrow. Thank you very
Okay,
much.
but you're not allowed to stay in the session until you've completed, under our policies, you need to complete the legal responsibilities, and then after the legal responsibilities have been completed, then you join the team. Okay? But since you haven't joined the team yet,
All right.
there's
Okay.
no reason for you to stay in the main session because nothing is applicable to you. Right?
All right.
You're not
Thank
allowed
you
to.
very much.
Yeah. So do you want to schedule for this time, the same time at Andromeda Hour 1 for tomorrow?
Yeah, this time is fine. This
Okay.
time's all right.
Cool. So we'll just do the same time tomorrow, like a half an hour before now, at the beginning of the top of the hour. and we'll do your interview. Can anyone
All right.
commit to doing the interview with Precious tomorrow?
No, no problem.
Okay, Martins is gonna make sure that happens and follow through with you. Great. And then once that interview is done, then you
Okay,
can just
thanks.
jump right back into your legal responsibility and get everything done on that. And I'll be making a public and private folder for you so you can put all your documents into the folders. Cool. All right. Thanks,
All right,
Precious.
thank you. All right.
Excellent. All right. So that's good on topic 1. And let's let Bright and Doris check in as well.
Right, and Doris, please check in, please. Check in, check in.
Doris, can you check in?
Okay, let me check in.
Okay, bro.
Okay, my day is 5.5. I'll give it 5.5.
Stop. Close your eyes. Count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Open your eyes.
Okay, I'll give it 5.5 then. So I've been a bit busy somehow. Then I've been also like last time I said I was going through all the documents in the company. So what I've been doing is that I've been writing most of the files we have. Then I've been assigning the links to them. I've been saving that on my personal Google Doc because I noticed there's so much documents, and for me to understand what is going on in the company, I need to save those documents with their links, so it will be easier for me to always go through any one of them. So yeah, that's what I've been doing. So check.
I'm not sure I quite understand what it is that you're doing, but just be sure to track all your hours on your pop. And just remember that you need to focus on scheduling. Because spending time is not going to get you paid. You got to schedule, and focus on the work. If you want to get paid.
Okay.
So, how long have you been
Okay.
spending on this?
Sorry, please can you come again?
You said that you've been
How long
looking
are you
through
doing
lots of
this
documents. So,
for?
the question is, how many hours have you been looking through documents?
I didn't like actually take note of the hours because I feel it's not part of
You can
my
just estimate. Is
the
it
work.
1 hour? Is it half an hour? Is it 2 hours? 5 hours? 10 hours? We've had people who just
I would
randomly spend 50 hours and demand $1,000 of payment. It happens multiple times in the past.
I would say 30 minutes,
30
between
minutes.
30 to 40
Okay,
minutes.
that's very little. All right, cool. Just checking. All right, and just let us know if you want direction. Like if you're like, oh, what are some really important documents to read to get me started? You can always ask us any question you have. Okay. So,
Okay.
but overall, we provide a lot of information already. So, I mean, there's more than enough to get you started. So just focus on the tasks, which is scheduling and getting focused on work. All right.
Okay.
Or you can schedule an official training. That's also an option for you. All right. So let's go to Doris.
She just left off. Maybe her internet is bad or something.
Okay. What's the policy on that? What's the policy on someone disappearing from the Jitsi?
Please stop and
She'll
get
be
ready.
coming back.
We need to check on the person. We don't know whether it is an internet or not.
Pause. Inhale together. 1, 2, 3. Exhale, relax.
So what do we do?
So we communicate
I'm
around.
messaging her. I'm messaging her.
I'm searching her is not a clear sentence. So the correct answer is we send a message on Discord to Doris.
Yes.
Yes,
That's
I
the
think
policy.
Lucy is doing that.
Yeah. So when someone disappears from Jitsi, you send a message on Discord to find out and tell them, make sure they know that they've disappeared. Okay? All right.
Yeah.
So that brings us back to view up. So I personally would go towards UI agents. And we finished Precious, so that's good. We could also talk about scheduling, that was brought up. We could talk about the budget, the contention, training, budget. Also is a proposal that we have that needs to be addressed. I guess let's check the training rate proposal. Other topics. Oh, we have our deadlines. We have all of our deadlines. We're currently on so many pay stops, and we have lots of problems with deadlines. We could go over weekly priorities and just talk about priorities. I think that's also could be part of scheduling, but I don't know. Also, the month starts this weekend on the 21st is the new moon month. So this is kind of like our monthly session to prepare for the whole month. So we can talk about weekly/monthly priorities.
Doris is back.
Oh, Doris, you want to check in? Doris, are you there? Doris? Okay, so I guess Doris is on mute. I don't know, not communicating.
It's working. Hello, Lucy, but Lucy, she's still here. My laptop is on. Okay. So, okay. Is Doris still there?
I'm back.
Did
You don't have
anyone
Doris.
did anyone send a message to Doris?
Yes.
Okay,
Yeah,
good.
I'm doing that right now.
I sent already message to her.
Yeah, well, she came back and she disappeared again. So fine. Thank you. Thank you. So what topics do other people have? I think I wrote every single topic down. Are there any other topics that we're missing? So obviously taxes. Doris, you're not communicating on Discord. So if you could first communicate on Discord and then try to get your Jitsi set up so that we have at least some communication. You're on mute and you're not communicating. So what do people want to talk about? Martine's, Bright, Lucy.
For me, I think the major issue is just to agree on the session schedule.
What type of scheduling? Right?
To agree on schedule.
Yeah, for me, nothing is for mine. Yeah.
Okay, so scheduling, if we want to do scheduling, that's fine. So what's the desired outcome for scheduling?
We would like to know how many days are official days for the team. That everyone knows today we have maybe, let's say in a week, we have 3 official days for the workers to show up.
Okay, so rethink our regular scheduled sessions. So how long do you think we need? 24 minutes? Looks like we already are missing breaks and everything. I don't know. Maybe
Can someone
18?
put the rhythm? My rhythm is
I
not
think
working.
we have rhythm already. 18 minutes? How's that?
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay. Are there any objections to topic 2? So I think we're ready for topic 2. Does anyone want to create the tab?
Yes.
I'm going to start the
Let me make a tab.
timer. So our current schedule, this says topic 1. So remember topic 2. Also, we're kind of moving towards a T2, T1. That's sort of what the UIs have been doing.
Yeah, it's okay now.
Anyways, so our current schedule is main session Thursday, Friday, once per week. This is equal to 4 sessions per month, which means what per month? Equal to 4 sessions per month, which means that it's 25% value for all monthly pay per session of 90 minutes. So it's an hour and a half, 1.5 hours, 1.5 hour session. And then we expect the overall time to be 15 minutes before. So everyone's expected to check in on Discord 15 minutes before the session, and even schedule early. And then we're expected to do 15 minutes after the session to follow up or whatever needs to be done after the session. Okay. So so overall, it's 2 hours of expected work time for every session, but the session itself is an hour and a half. So each one of us as an individual would spend 2 hours, but the actual time of the session itself would be expected to be about an hour and a half. But obviously we can do longer if we want to. And we are supposed to be doing a lot of other policies, including our statements and all that, which of course we don't follow policies. So, but just to remind everybody that this is a main session, and because we don't follow our policies, there's no expectation to get paid, especially if we don't do a lot of client work income. But we could change that whenever we want to. So if we want to schedule more sessions, we can. So that's up to everybody to decide. But it's good to know what our current schedule is and the policies related to it. And again, no individual.
I think our current, we just have main session, as you said, and this, when we have the session, I think this is where the issue came in. We have I don't know, current team that I'm in that applies to. I think I need to check the policy, the percentage of the amount if you're not coming to the session. For new folk team, they are not affected by that. I think we need first to know.
Of course. Oh, they're not affected by it? Why not? What is the policy for New Fork?
The policy for New Fork, no. There was a proposal we voted whereby if they're not showing up during the session, they're not going to be. Apart from even the main session, there was a proposal. I have to check. They are not supposed to.
Okay.
Yeah.
While you are checking that, I just want to say this. I could remember the last time we talked about changing the scheduling. We usually have like 4 days in addition with main session, making 5 active days for workers. So, but when this decision came up because of what was happening then, we said we really don't need to come up to session. That once we do our work, then we can call for review and everything. So that was when everything started feeling as if there wasn't any activities in the organization. 2 days after, 2 sessions after the initial proposal where we said that we should be, once we are done with work, we should come up and review it. I felt that was a need for us because that will kill the culture of work. That we need to recall back the core value of the organization, which is that we work team. If you can remember, Lucy, it degenerated into a little bit of disagreement between me, you, and Jay, where we were trying to explain that this and this is what we meant, that not that we are stopping you from working if you want to work. Now, whatever policy we are bringing on board now, if we don't reverse to the old way of doing it, whereby there is a constant regular session Monday to Thursday, as the case has always been, then you can propose for any special session you want to have. New coming workers will not learn a lot. They will not know most of the work. They will not understand the work ethics and the work methodology. So that's the reason why we need to revisit it and deliberate on it so that things become more functional and we'll be able to move to our business budget and we have more proper, payroll system, things will begin to
Do
because
you know, before you continue, Martin, do you remember the time we have the session about that? Because
about
if I could remember very well, before you continue, we agree on voting having only men session. The issue was the deduction of the payment every time we miss the session, there was some deduction of the percentage in every session we miss. Then from there, we have an agreement whereby it affects me. I remember even when Jay was telling Lucy, it is now me and Jay that going to be affected by those policies.
I remember that too, Lucy, but I don't think it was this
Yes.
proposal. I think it's a different proposal, but it's like unless we can find the proposal to verify it regarding the new fork, I don't know what
it's on
it
the
is.
proposal stand. You can check it. Let me check. You can continue this while I check for the.
I'm also checking. I really want that main session. That was where the issue is. The only person that are affected is our current workers that are under the same policies. But the folk, they were not supposed to be affected the percentage, even if they miss the session, and they don't, they're not affected. That means include Martin is not affected whether you will attend the session or not attend. But for me,
this is it. I'm linking it now. Yeah, I'm linking it. You can check our notes. Let me check. Yeah. So you can just check line 35. There's a link there. Can you see it?
Okay, this is a Discord link, so I'm going to put it in Discord. So this is a proposal to require to work team on whatever you're working on doing, otherwise is not work, not paid. Details, required to work as a team. Oh yeah, this is the team, but that was a different proposal. I don't know how that relates, but that this would be something that would be applicable to the new fork and not to the old fork, but
But there is nowhere
for everybody.
stated that it is new fork or old fork.
There is,
It
I think
is
you
not
forgot,
specified.
Martin. Let me look for the documents.
Exactly.
Check
Look for the documents in the proposal and
Yeah.
what was approved. My understanding from this proposal is that I'm not going to pay anybody. I am venomously opposed to paying people money to not show up. Period. If we have a professional schedule and we are scheduled for work tomorrow, I don't care if any individual doesn't show up. But we are all required that someone shows up. We have a team, organizational, cooperative schedule that we all agree that the session's going to happen. The session happens and it happens on time. If the 5 of us can't do it, we hire someone else who can do it. Period.
Pause. Stop. Close your eyes. Count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Open your eyes.
So I am venomously opposed to running a circus. I am not interested in running a circus. If someone wants to go create a circus where you can make whatever schedule you want, no one has to show up, and people do whatever the hell they want to, and it's just chaos, and everyone wants payment for that, go somewhere else. Bye. I will help you create your chaos in your circus business, and you guys can run it for yourselves. But I don't want to be involved in it. Does that make sense? If we sit here and we get agreement on a schedule that every Friday this session is going to happen, it's going to happen. Otherwise, why are we sitting here for hours agreeing on a schedule that then no one even shows up for? That's not acceptable to me. Okay? If we have a schedule, we got to show up. If no one wants to have a schedule, then we don't have to have a schedule. For all I care, we can cancel the main session as well. If no one wants to show up for the main session and no one wants to do anything, then it's like, what the hell are we even here for? Right? But if you want to get paid and you don't even want to show up and you don't even care if anyone else shows up, I don't want to pay you and I don't want to work with you. For me, that's the foundation, is that if you want to professionally be paid in an organization and we make a schedule that's a professional, agreed upon schedule of the organization, and whatever we agreed on, we do. Otherwise, it should not be agreed on, period. So, Lucy, I don't know if there's another proposal you can find, but as far as I'm concerned, this proposal is very, very clear. It is for all forts. The entire co-op.
Look, if I get it, I'll link it. I remember I'll get it.
Check main session of July 17th.
July 17th. Okay.
Yeah, main session July 17th.
Main session.
Or July. Yeah. That's there. Let me see. I'm also checking too. I'm also checking. Can you see?
I'm still looking for it. July 17th. July 17th main session.
I think you should be on break now. You're supposed to be on break now.
Time to take a break. Please stop. Write down whatever you were about to say and take a break for 6 minutes.
Let's take a break,
Let's
please.
take a break.
Maybe you'll find Concord grapes while you're out. It's Concord grapes time. The recipe looks good. Okay. I am back.
Yeah, you can check 38. I'm back.
I'm back again.
Line 38. The Discord message.
I'm back as well.
That's the proposal I put on line 18 to line 30. It's already right there on line 18 to line 30.
Okay.
Anyways, like very little has been done on the new fork, and we still need to understand it. So I would say overall this policy applies to both the new fork and the old fork unless we can see otherwise. And if we want to vote on it, we can vote on changing it. But I also have other questions about the new fork that relate to, I guess, separate topic on payments, you know? But anyways, the point of this, we have 5 minutes left on this topic. The point is, what do you all want to do for your schedule?
You want to have at least 2 days.
Well, then
officially.
propose it. Choose whatever days you want.
Monday and Wednesday.
And would these days be training days?
Pardon?
Would these be training days?
I don't know if it's training days. Yeah, it can be training days. Somebody who has done something, they can bring it for review that day. Anything like training, you have question, that is your best time.
I don't understand. Can you please come again?
It's Monday.
Focused on the session.
I said, I just proposed Monday
And Wednesday. So this would be Monday, Tuesday. Well, let's just put the entire weekly schedule. So you have Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. So Monday there would be nothing. Sunday, Monday, nothing. Monday, Tuesday would be Andromeda Hour 1, and this would be Buddy Team. Tuesday, Wednesday, nothing. Wednesday, Thursday, Buddy Team, Andromeda Hour 1. Is that what you're saying, Andromeda Hour 1? Thursday, Friday, main session.
Yeah.
Why don't we make it 3 BT sessions? Let's have 3 BT sessions. And 1 more session.
Alright, are you okay? Yeah, so what day would you want to add?
3. So let's add, Tuesday should be included. Monday, Tuesday.
Which
Tuesday,
day?
Wednesday. Tuesday, Wednesday.
So you want the 3 days in a row?
Yeah.
Okay, and then these 3 days would be, all 3 of them would be, how about we make 2 of them training days, right? And then Tuesday, Wednesday would be the executive day, right?
Yes.
Executive VA day, and then we have Wednesday, Thursday could be training as well. And then main session is obviously training. And then the other days could be, there should be a 3rd day of training. So let's make Friday executive VA, and then Saturday, Sunday could be training. And then Sunday, Monday, executive VA. Okay. So that can be our weekly schedule. This would be 3 sessions per week. So 3 sessions per week, which would be equal to 12 per month. Which is equal to 12 sessions per month. So 100% divided by 12 is equal to 8.33% per session. So every single session has a value of 8.33%. So do we want to vote on this real quick, or should we do should we do a additional time on this topic? We're out of time on the topic. Can anyone hear me? I think I lost you guys. So we're out of time on this topic. Should we do another topic? Or do we want to just vote on this real quick? Or we could just vote on it on a voting form? Whatever you want to do.
We do view up.
Okay, let's do a quick
We
view
vote.
up.
But I think it should be 2 proposals because this is 3 sessions again, 2 sessions. Which one is which?
Oh, it's
No, we
4
said
sessions
3.
per week. So we said, oh, you mean you don't want to do 3 sessions, Lucy? You say you only want to do 2 sessions. Is that what you're saying?
I want to do 2 body team session and 1 main session.
Okay, so we have 2 separate proposals.
Because during those time I will present my work that I do or I get for training until it get better. I will add when times because you have not been having a session, so it's good to start with 2. But anyway, if it is 3, everybody want 3, it's okay. We can just have it as well.
Well, we'll vote on both options. So there'd be option 1 and option 2. Okay.
I just see that the benefit of 3, we have more training than just one day work. So that's what I believe. And it will help a lot with the incoming new workers.
The commitment as well. Remember, we have value. We need to follow the policies and making sure we got percentage when the session is not happening. Okay, let's vote.
Well, no, we need to do a view up. You said we're going to do view up.
Yes, view up. That will be.
Please sign again. Now inhale. 1, 2, 3. Exhale. 1, 2, 3. Pause. Inhale together. 1, 2,
2.5
What?
to 6 minutes or 9 minutes. For six is enough for voting. 6 minutes to vote
Cool.
on schedule. Are we into agreement for view up?
Yes.
I'm in agreement.
Okay.
Looks like we lost Bright though.
Yeah. Okay. Let's communicate with them.
All right, so we have agreement on topic 2.5, no objections. So questions and concerns.
No question.
For me, there's a lot of concern as usual. Committee. I'm voting 8.
And what about option 2? So you're voting 8 on option 1. How about option 2?
Option 2, what is 6.5?
I'm going to vote 7 on both of them.
I'm voting 8.6 on this one. We are waiting for Doris. Is right there.
Do you want to try sending him a message?
Okay.
Doris, can you vote at all? Would you like to vote, Doris? Can you vote on text or anything? Or just so you know, Doris, it's like you're not even here as far as value goes. It's like you're not communicating, you're not doing anything. So there's no point to be here if you're not going to communicate on Discord or on Jitsi, even by text. I mean, it's fine if you want to listen in, but you can also just watch the video later.
Close your eyes. Count 1.
When Lucy told me that I was out, I replied her message, and also I replied Martin's message.
Oh, good. So you are replying. Okay, so did you check in? We can hear you, Doris.
Yeah, I wanted to, but my network disconnected me.
Yeah, you can check in right now.
So my check-in, I'm going to give a 5.
And anything else about your check-in, or?
Yeah, my check-in, I'm going to give a 5. So this meeting, we're talking about we're not really understanding what the deliverables means, which you explained. Bright brought it up, and you explained on the new recruit group channel what deliverables means. So what I'm still trying to understand is how we are going to begin work, and when we are going to finish our orientation so that we can begin working fully.
So we already finished the orientation. Right now we're discussing the team schedule. So these will be the regular team sessions that you attend every week to get training and collaborate on your deliverables and your work priorities. Okay? And if you don't show up for the scheduled work sessions, then you're basically saying that you don't want to work. Okay? So,
okay.
Do you have the notes? Are you looking at the notes for topic 2.5?
Notes for topic 2. 2.5?
Yeah, topic 2.5. So on line
What did you say, Martins?
On line 43
Yeah,
is option 1, and you can vote on that. And option 2 is line 70. So basically, you're voting for whether you were going to have 2 buddy teams per week or 3 buddy teams per week. The value per each session is 8.33 for 2 buddy teams per week and 6.25 for 3 buddy teams per week.
Okay.
okay.
So I'll prefer for the session per week, I'll prefer the Friday.
And you can
Thursday and Friday.
Okay, 2 body teams. Thursday, Friday. Okay.
So that would be an option 3. So how many? So Doris, how many sessions would you want per week? 2 or 3?
First, okay, that should be two sessions.
2 buddy team sessions per week. So that would be 3 sessions total. So it'd be main session plus 2 buddy team sessions. Is that correct?
Yes, that's correct.
Okay, so that would be 2 buddy team sessions per week, but you want them on different days. So what days do you want them on?
That'll be Thursday and Friday.
Okay, Thursday we have the main session already. So today is Thursday, Friday. So that can't be changed without a separate vote. So Friday, we're going to have training on Friday. And then what is the other day? That you want to do.
Okay.
So it either has to be Sunday, Monday, Monday, Tuesday, Tuesday, Wednesday, or Wednesday, Thursday.
For the training.
For just the buddy team work session, including training, yes.
Okay, for the body team work session, I'll go for Tuesday, Wednesday.
Tuesday, Wednesday. Okay, so Friday, Saturday, and Tuesday, Wednesday. So you can still schedule for other days. And then we'll make Sunday, Monday training day. Okay, so so now we have option 3 to vote on as well. And I'm going to vote a 7.1.
Option 3 is how many sessions? I can say.
where is that?
Line 99.
2 body team session. Okay.
Yes, it's 2 buddy
It-
team
it-
sessions, so it's 3
That
per
will be
week.
on Tuesday.
So it's the same. It's similar to Lucy's in that it's 8.33% per session of total value for the month, but it has different days mean different things. So instead of the buddy team sessions on Monday, Wednesday, it's going to be Tuesday, Friday. Tuesday, Wednesday, Friday, Saturday.
This is also. I'm voting 8.5. It's okay.
Okay, Lucy votes 8.5. So Martins, it's your turn to vote.
Voting 2 and 3.
So Martins is still a no.
Now, why should Martin say everything no? Because you can still schedule if you need to have 3 sessions. You can have a schedule. Because even though it's saying 2 sessions, even need 2 sessions, it's not that we refuse to have 3 sessions. Considering that we have not been having session league for almost few months, how sure are we if this 3 is going to be perfect working every day? And we have policy that guiding us. If you don't attend, you are reducing the value. That is why we opt for 2 sessions. Anyway, it's fine. Let's go with what passed.
So let's make let's make an option 4. So I would say the option 4 would basically be like option 3, except trying to add one more session on Sunday, Monday, right? For the other training session. Does anyone want to do work on Sunday, Monday, or not? What would be the Doris if you did a third session? Remember, you don't have to attend this, but Bright could attend or someone else could attend. Precious could attend, right? So what other day would you want to do training on? The third day. So right now we have Friday, Saturday, and we have Tuesday, Wednesday. What would be the third day for Andromeda Hour 1? What would be the third day? And you guys could always schedule Old World as well if you wanted to. It's up to you. You can schedule anytime you want, but what would be the third day for Andromeda Hour 1? I put Sunday, Monday, but you could do Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, or Saturday, Sunday.
Yeah, Monday, Tuesday.
Monday, Tuesday. Okay. So that's option number 4. So I will vote 7.1 on option 4.
How many main sessions are we having? I'm seeing 2 main.
So option 4 is exactly the same as option 2, except it does Monday, Tuesday, Tuesday, Wednesday instead of option 2 does Monday, Tuesday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and option 4 does Monday, Tuesday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Friday, Saturday. Okay, so it's just a difference in which day it is. Instead of Wednesday, Thursday, it's Friday, Saturday.
No, I'm talking about the main session. We have 2 main sessions in this option 4.
Oh, well, that's
We have on
that's a mistake. There, I fixed it.
Yeah. Okay. Okay.
So Lucy, what is your vote?
Monday, Tuesday.
I'm voting a 7.1. And Doris, do you want to vote as well?
So how many days is this for option 4? Is it 3 days?
3 buddy teams and 1 main session, which is 4 sessions total, which is 16 sessions per month, which equals 6.25% per session.
Then we need to change the heading. It said 2 BT sessions. It shouldn't be 2.
Okay,
It
so
should be
this
3.
would be 3 buddy teams sessions and 1 main
Yeah.
session. So that also means we need to change option 2. So option number 2 is 3 buddy team sessions.
Friday. Wednesday, Wednesday. Okay.
So Lucy and Doris, do you want to vote?
I'm not voting.
Okay.
Yeah.
So Lucy is not voting. Doris, do you want to vote? Doris, you're on mute. Do you want to vote?
Doris, do you want to vote? Let me communicate with her.
Okay, so overall, this proposal has the most support of the 4 proposals. So this would be the last chance to vote on option 4. Seems to be the one that has the most support. But only Martins and myself voted.
It's because the same Martin won 3 body team. That is why he's voting high, and he votes 2 in those things. That's fine. We'll go with what about now? For me, I need my session to be happening on Monday, Tuesday, and
Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday are training sessions, right? Just normal buddy team sessions. And then Thursday,
Wednesday.
Friday main session, and then Friday, Saturday is a normal buddy team session, and then that's it. So it's four days per week.
Let me see. Because me, I need Wednesday, I need Tuesday, Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, Monday. But fine. Just join me.
Okay, so I think we have agreement then.
Okay.
Although maybe Doris is gonna vote.
That means I
know.
just have one session during that. I have only two sessions back. I have one body team and
This has nothing
main
to
session.
do with you, Lucy. This is the agreement of the organization for doing 4 sessions per week. You don't have to go to a single session ever. You just need to make sure someone goes. Do you understand, Lucy? You can recruit someone else to do all of these sessions for you. You're not required
That
to
is
do.
why they was like, we need to have two body team. We have started. But
Okay,
it's
well if you want 2 buddy teams, then you need to vote no on this
so that it
proposal.
is very easy to recruit people. Then if you see people are consistent, we add another 2, 4. But you guys insist of 3, 3.
I don't care what you guys want to do. The point is that if you don't want like this proposal, you are responsible for your own vote. So you need to vote no if you don't want the proposal. If you refuse to vote no, then you're giving up your right to say anything. And then we just move on with the agreement. But you can't agree, you can't not vote and then get upset about the decision. Do you understand?
Yeah.
So either vote no, otherwise this is, wait, Doris voting a 5. Did she vote on option 2? She voted a 6. Okay, so it looks like option 2 actually has more support than option 4. So we would go with option 2, but I would put it in a voting form for a final vote on a voting form, but it looks like option 2 is the one that passes for now. Okay.
Yeah.
So are there any objections to agreeing that option 2 passed?
Time to take a break.
No objection.
Please stop. Write down whatever you're about to say. And take a break for 6 minutes.
All right, cool. So we were a little over time on this topic, but I added it to decisions already. And if someone wants to do a voting form, we can review this more next week. But this will at least be our plan for our schedule. So the next session is on Monday, Tuesday. Okay.
Yeah.
So basically, it's 4 days a week: Monday, Tuesday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Thursday, Friday. And so the
I'm so
end.
sorry, guys. My network is really crappy tonight.
Yes, it does happen.
Let's take a break. No.
So the one thing that I will say about this schedule is that looking at the new schedule, I would actually go with an option 5, which would be putting the main session on Monday, Tuesday to start the week with the main session, and then do everything else afterwards, because I just feel that having the main session at the end of the week
It's break time.
is a little odd. So I'm going to put an option 5 as well. Okay. So let's take a break.
Sorry, I might not return after the break. I need to go now.
Okay, well then check out. Let's just check out.
Okay. Yeah.
So I'm going
Can I
to check
check out
out.
now?
Yeah, Martin.
We
Check
can
out.
continue without him, Jay. Is it a must if he's going still have the risk?
Yes, we can continue without Martins, but Martins can still check
Yes.
out.
Okay,
Okay,
check
yeah.
out.
So 6.5 for today. At least we're having a way forward with it. And I hope work will start properly. It's all about, making sure that we get functional. I know Lucy might not be happy about this, but I it's not about myself, and I want to ensure that the upcoming people, the incoming people, get to have a feel of the work culture of this organization. If you're having too many spaces in between before work starts, the newcoming or the new workers might not be able to pick the work pattern and the work culture we have in the organization. Check.
It's not about Lucy Martin. It's not about Lucy. If people are agree, organization can move forward.
Cool. All right. So
Yeah, it's all
Lucy.
about.
Okay, cool. So, Martins, is there anything that you're going to be working on specifically? Otherwise, I think we're done with your checkout. And then Lucy, it's just me and you. I don't think Doris is here. Even if she was here, she's not communicating very well. So, do you want to continue, Lucy, with just me and you?
Yes.
Okay, so we're going to take a break. Anything else you want to add, Martins? Otherwise, we're going to take a 5-minute break. And then when we come back, me and Lucy are just going to continue with just ourselves.
Okay, no problem. So see you guys later.
All right, thanks, Martins.
No problem.
I'm back.
I'm back.
All right, I'm back. Oh, look, Bright made it. So, Bright, we're voting on the team schedule. Are you on your computer? Do you have the notes? Right? Can you
I'm
hear
on
me?
the notes. Yeah, I've seen the votes.
Yeah, so topic 2.5, so you can vote on option 1, 2, 3, 4, or 5. All is options for voting. So do you want to vote on any of these options?
Option one. Option 1, 2, 3. I'm looking at I can so only see to change our official schedule to only one main section per week. Then
No, that's the old proposal. That's our current agreement. So we're looking at line 43. So this is topic 2.5. Line 43 is option 1. Option
okay,
2 is line 74. So I mean,
74.
I don't know. I mean, maybe we need to like organize this
Yes,
better and just
yeah,
have the.
I'm seeing
But
it now.
it's hard.
I'm seeing now option 3 is 98, so I'll look at them and vote now.
Okay, just let us know your vote. Otherwise, we're on view up and trying to get a new topic.
Okay, I'm looking at it now.
Lucy, what do you want to do?
Okay, let me check another topic. Deadlines.
Okay, can I impute my voting number?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll paste mine now.
Deadlines. Okay, yeah, we can work on the deadlines. I also wanted to do the UI agents, but deadlines also very important.
Okay.
I'm so sorry, guys. My network is really bad. The weather is really bad here right now. So I'm sorry for all the in and out.
Yeah, it's fine. It's just under our policies, you know, if the network's not working at bad audio, then it's just a lesser value. So I think it's like 75% value for your equity package instead of 100%. Does that make sense? Doris? I can't hear you anymore.
Yeah, I can hear you, Jake. What did you say?
That under our policies, if people have trouble with their connection and their audio, that it goes
Oh my
towards
gosh.
75% value. That it just has less value than if you had full communications working.
Are we into agreement for? Okay, or we still wait for?
See,
Yes. Are we into agreement for?
Jay was trying to say something. I don't know if you got it. The weather here, so
Yeah, he said because you have under the policy that once you complain of bad weather for a while that the rating reduce, your rating reduce.
oh, we're supposed to do a policy training for that.
So
I don't know if it's necessarily against policy to have bad weather or have bad internet connection. It's just less value. Okay. Yeah. So it's not policy training. It's just less value. But it would get into policy training if you keep spending time on it, right? So you don't need to spend 20 minutes a session telling us you're sorry, you're sorry, you're sorry. You're just getting your 75% value or whatever it is, and then we just need to focus on getting the work done in the session. Okay. Coolio. All right. So if someone wants to if someone wants to help get all the voting, I have it line 40 to 45. We could try to organize all of the voting for all of the options so that it's a little bit more clear what's going on. Since these options
Actually, even the vote change again. There is no vote pass, barely pass.
Okay, well anyways, if we could update line 40 to 45 with everybody's votes so that we can compare everything easily and quickly and just be able to, figure out how to make this decision. And obviously we'll come back to it next week as well.
Okay, let me start.
So I mean, it looks like to me we just need to do a voting form and then we need to come back to it next week, because if there's not clarity on what the decision is, then we should just say that the decision hasn't been made,
Yeah.
So I'm going to go ahead and delete the decision off of the decision doc. Your decisions here. Because it looks like it hasn't really been made. All right, cool. So topic 3, deadlines. Are there any disagreements on doing topic 3, deadlines?
No from my side.
Okay.
No from my side.
All right, so let's work on the deadlines.
No from my side.
The deadlines is a great thing to work on, especially with the new recruits, because we have to reset. The goal is to reset the deadlines. So to review deadlines and reset with new recruits. Okay, so should we do topic 3?
Yes.
Topic 3.
Shall I create the tab or someone else can do?
Yeah, let's create the tab.
Okay, let me create the tab. So click 3.
Okay, so for our deadlines, we probably want to copy and paste some of our current deadline. I think we have a spreadsheet actually with all of our deadlines. So this is part of deadlines coordination, and we have a deadlines sheet, I think. I don't know. We shall see what it says. FQN deadlines work organizing spreadsheet.
Yes.
So it looks like a lot of these deadlines are not updated.
Okay.
So let's copy and paste this into our notes. I think these are the correct deadlines, they're just not updated. Also, we need to copy and paste the topic heading. All right. So we have all these categories. Payroll is definitely applicable. I don't know. So, I mean, can't tell whether this is the actual updated deadline stuff, but I don't know why we have 2 columns here, so this could be deleted. So I'm not sure if we had, like, I do see here there's some notes. I don't know what these notes are. We can try to take a look. I don't see anything in these notes. I don't know why you put those notes there, but it's fine. So the overall question for Doris and Bright is like, how long do you think we should try to push everything back? Some of these deadlines are very old, and we need to try to figure out and try to get them dealt with to be able to move on. For example, like the probations, this is months and months old that we should be dealing with.
My network is really crappy, so I didn't get most of the messages. So I'll just listen to the video.
Yeah. So this looks like the correct one right here, Lucy. This is the correct deadlines right here. And this is all organized and done with the currently updated, and everything's updated and current. So it looks like whatever you did last time, you just didn't even work from our actual current deadlines.
The correct deadline is on where?
It's on our deadlines coordination on the SFC server. And we did it on the 7th of July or the 10th of July. So if you have the notes from the 7th or 10th of July, that might be helpful. But overall, this is way more organized, way more correct. All the different, client organized. This right here is just a complete mess. It makes no sense. This is all organized and like done correctly and well, and even address the problems with the taxes. Well, no, it doesn't actually address it.
We have the screenshot on August. Deadline on August 7, August 8/7.
So do you have the notes? You have the notes for that or not?
I have the note.
You do? Can you link it so that we can get the correct deadlines? Because all of this stuff is just a mess and a disaster and not updated, and just is really unfortunate that no one.
Line 41. There was a screenshot for deadline. We reviewed on August.
No, this
7.
is not at all what I'm talking about. I'm not talking. I said July, not August. July 10th or July 7th.
July.
So are you able to find that, or do you need me to do it? Because if you can't do it, then I should do it.
I'm doing it.
Okay.
July 7.
And for now, we can add this to our notes so that we at least have this. Ooh. What is this? Oh no, that's not gonna work.
Yeah, here is the July Buddy Team Lucy and J. July 10.
So we've been doing a lot to try to organize.
Online 43.
We've been doing a lot to try to organize our deliverables, but you can see we're still very disorganized on just all of our actual planning and systems. Like, so if someone's going to be in charge and help out with the deliverables, we need to, or in the deadlines, we need to make sure everything's organized always. So obviously we're not very organized. So did you find it or what?
There is a note on line 43.
And it's there or what? Because like I got the screenshot, but we need the actual. Oh, this looks
Line
like it is.
43.
Yeah. So why don't you just copy and paste it in?
Paste all this and you have pasted also there.
So, and then we can also add it to the deadline spreadsheet. I don't know why we didn't put it into the work organizing spreadsheet. This is why work organizing is so important. So this is the deadlines work organizing spreadsheet, and you could have the current simplified list. Like this is old. I don't know, we should probably just delete it, but let's just make sure we have it. This thing we could have here is new deadlines org list. All right, so that's where we want to update it after we are finished with the notes. So now we have our actual updated list of deadlines. So we want to see what the pay stop. So basically we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 pay stops. Right? So we need to get agreement on this. This showed the old pay stops, the new ones. So now we can update this and say, okay, this is the old current pay stops. And then the updated pay stops is making sure we have agreement on the new pay stop. If we want this all to stay the same, we can have it all stay the same. Okay? So from there, we need to know what the next deliverable deadline is. And I think that we should be including double deadlines, deliverable slash double deadline, because we had a mistake on the taxes. So double deadline. So it should have said on the taxes that we had, you know, the for-profit taxes, virtual envelope, and mailing, right? And then the September 8th and September 15th. So we should have had both deadlines here. But we did have it corrected. It's 100% pay stop. So that was correct. And this is the pay stop for the deadlines. So this would be the next date percentage pay stop. Okay. So we missed it. So we need to verify everything and go through one at a time. So let's start with the taxes. What is the taxes? This would be the individual trust taxes or what?
Yes, you have trust taxes. It
And
is
this is client
individual.
work. And remember, anything that's a pay stop, 100% pay stop is multiplied by 3x on the value. So anytime we have a pay stop, you get 3 times, 100% pay stop equals 3 times more value for the actual deliverable. Because it means it's a top priority, right? So what is the deadline for the taxes?
Deadline, let me get into taxes. Tax system.
All right, while you're doing that, we go to the next one. So the next one is the planetary event. We were supposed to fix that by August 9th, and we did not. And this is a simple vote and a simple topic during a session to just vote on the planetary event, so that we have a deadline and we know when that's gonna be. So Doris, well, Doris is gone. Bright, when do you want to address that? Because otherwise, we've been on 100% pay stop since August 9th. Does that make sense, Lucy?
Yes.
So under our current policies, no one should be expecting any pay since August 9th. And possibly even, oh no, the budget's not applicable.
I'm still trying to look at everything and still learn in the learning process.
Well, so like planetary events, you just focus on one at a time, right? Don't try to look at everything. That's going to be a nightmare, right? So planetary
Yeah,
events is simply a proposal to set a date for when our next planetary event will be. It's not very complicated. It doesn't take very long. It's just that no one wants to do it, and it's required. So it's like if no one wants to do it, then no one can get paid. So the problem is
okay,
that no everyone refuses to just make a topic and vote on the proposal, or do a voting form and vote on the proposal. Either one is fine. But the point is that it needs to happen, and no one has done it for years. So we made a deadline that it needs to happen, and this was supposed to happen by August 9th. So the question is, when should it happen by if we're trying to reset our deadlines? And it should only take like 30 minutes or something. It shouldn't even take very long.
okay.
And do you think it should be 100% pay stop? So do we agree that taxes should be 100% pay stop?
I I think so.
Yes. So no one has any objections to taxes being 100% pay stop. So planetary events is 100% pay stop because it involves our membership and our board meetings, which are all required to hold us accountable. So we need, so that's why they're 100% pay stop. So if our membership meetings and our board meetings and everything should be 100% pay stop, then this is automatically 100% pay stop because it's just scheduling the day for our board meetings and our membership meetings to hold us accountable. So are there any objections to the planetary event still being 100%?
No objection from me.
Cool. So those are done. So this is just voting on the deadline. Super simple. The question would be, when? When should we do that by? Like we could literally do it just right now today if we wanted to do it, but someone would just have to agree to do it.
I don't know if it could be shifted to, I don't know, maybe tomorrow or Monday.
Well, I mean, if we're going to shift it, we should shift it a week to do it at next month's, at least a week. So it would be the 25th or the 2nd. So we're going to give us either 1 week or 2 weeks. That needs to happen at the main session, ideally,
Okay.
right? Or we could do a voting forum. It doesn't have to happen at main session. You know, so we could either say the new moon the 21st, or we could say like by next week or the week after. I don't really care. The point is that it just needs to happen. And if it doesn't happen, then no one's getting paid. So just pick a date. Do you want to do it next week or do you want 2 weeks? 1 week or 2 weeks?
Okay, I'll pick next week. Next week.
Okay, the 25th. So this would be
Yes.
October 25th.
Yeah.
100% pay stop. Okay, so we got that one done. So we still need to get the dates for the deadlines for the taxes. So we'll wait on Lucy for that. So the next one is recruitment. So we're supposed to get, well no, recruitment was supposed to be below. Let's see if we can find the recruitment. So this is the payroll here. And this looks, this is the payroll. So these are the payroll deadlines. The payroll deadlines are quite extensive, but if we want to do payroll monthly, but we're automating everything with payroll anyway, so it should get easier with the UI agents. But we need to make sure to work on payroll every week. So this is the payroll proposal that set up the whole payroll. And then here, oh, new payroll deadlines. I don't know about any of this. So, and then we have the recruitment deadlines. Okay, so if we go to the recruitment deadlines, oh, it says September 21st was the follow-up for the recruitment and the budget.
Yes.
So I think that the September 21st is a great date to keep for finalizing our deliverables budget. Why should we wait 3 months for a deliverables budget? That shouldn't take that long at all. So that would only give us a few days though.
September 21st is on Sunday.
That's the new moon. So the budget's supposed to be completed by the new moon.
Okay.
Anyway, so our recruitment is obviously not organized and a big mess. So someone needs to take more responsibility for recruitment. We can also try to work more with the UI agent for recruitment. Also, we are missing our break. This is really bad. How long have we got? 2 hours? So let's take another break and then we'll come back and we can try to see what we can do to organize these deadlines. But it's the biggest problem with all these deadlines is no one's doing any work. Right?
Yeah.
So it's like, you know, we can set all these deadlines again, but if no one does the work, we're just going to miss them all again. But I think that you and Doris at least deserve a chance to meet the deadlines. But if you're not able to meet the deadlines, then our only option is recruitment. Right? Because if you guys can't do the work, we need to hire someone who can do the work, or we need to do the UI, right? So that's another thing for, you know.
Yeah, I think so far so good. We've not been really like clear about the deadlines. That's the reason why we've not been able to do the work. So I think maybe now we'll get the deadline done. We'll get the work done.
Yeah. So let's see if we can get these deadlines organized. And again, you don't have to do the work on the taxes. You just need to make sure the taxes get done by the deadline. Do you see the difference?
Okay.
Right? So every single day you can be a project manager and you can say, what is the status of the taxes? Who's working on the taxes? What's the next step on the taxes? Or you could just do nothing and ignore it, and then you're culpable if the taxes don't get done. Do you get it? Okay. So if you don't care about anything and you just don't talk at all, you don't care who does anything, then you deserve not to get paid, right? If you care about the taxes, even if you're not going to work on them, you can still be on be like, what's the status of this deadline? What's the status of that deadline? Who's working on it? What's the next step? And actually
Okay.
proactively try to help us meet our deadlines instead of doing nothing, right?
Okay. Okay. I understand better now.
Yeah. Anyway, so let's take a quick break. Hey, Lucy, what's up? We missed our break. I don't think we have any rhythms.
Let's take a break.
We need to start our rhythm again here. And I need to get, well, let's just keep going and try to get through this. But we're making a little progress on the deadlines very slowly. We still are missing the taxes deadline. But I think we have agreement. We might have agreement on the October 25th deadline if you like it. That one is gives us an extra week for that. Ooh, we're out of time on this topic.
And
It's
the
4
break.
o'clock.
Time to start. Please get focused on the session.
Okay,
We need
so
to take a break.
yeah, let's take a break, and then when we get back, we need to review where what are like extending this topic for the deadlines. All right.
Okay.
Time to pause. Please stop. Close your eyes. Count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Open your eyes. Time to stretch. Please stop, stand up, and stretch and move around for 30 seconds.
Interesting. We are Will and Amanda. Thanks, little guy. All right. Well, nice to meet you. Jump on the phone. Okay, I am back.
I'm back. Sorry. Stick to there.
Time to pause. Please stop. Close your eyes. Count
I'm
1,
back.
2, 3, 4, 5. Open your eyes.
Yeah, I'm here. So we're on view up. Do we want to update our time and do another topic on deadlines?
Can I have view up?
So we're on topic 3.1, or we go to topic 4. What do you guys think?
Three point one is 3.1.
How long should we do? Like another 18 minutes?
Yes.
All right, so let's continue. If there's no objections, we can continue with the deadlines, topic 3.1, and just try to get through the most important deadlines here. So let's start with the taxes. What's the deadline for the taxes?
Deadline of the taxes is for for trust taxes should be date 8. 70% and 100% is date 15 October.
Okay, so October 8th, October 15th. Okay.
Yes.
So we can double check on that, but and then we're all agreement that the taxes should be 100% pay stop. So that brings us to the planetary events, which is the board and the membership meetings. So that is October 25th. So that gives us 1 extra week. Is that enough time, or should we do October 2nd, which would give us 2 extra weeks? What do you think, Lucy?
That's enough. Or we can just put 2 extra weeks because we have a lot of days.
Okay, so that'll be October 2nd, right?
Yes.
All right, and that's 100%. So the October 2nd looks good.
Time for breath. Please stop and get ready. Now inhale. 1, 2, 3. Exhale. 1, 2, 3. Pause. Inhale together. 1, 2, 3. Exhale, relax.
So that brings us to the third one, which is recruitment. So we got through taxes, we got through the membership and board meeting, so that brings us to recruitment. So recruitment is 100% pay stop because we need to actually do the recruitment budget, right? So we all in agreement that recruitment is 100% pay stop? No?
Yes.
Yes. So no objections to recruitment being 100% pay stop? All right, so then
No.
the next deadline is where we get confusing. So if you go down to,
No objection from my side, so.
yeah, if you go down, it says previous deadlines to complete the deadline verification for recruitment. So September 21st was the last, or the extended, I think it was either an extension or the last one. Oh, for the follow-up and or budget. So I think that, I don't know, September 21st, there's a lot of deadlines for September 21st that we should be doing. And the recruitment might be one of them, at least to do have the deliverables budget completed by September 21st. Like, we've been trying to get the deliverables budget done for months and months and months and months and months. So that would be one potential thing, would be the deliverables budget. I don't think we ever did the follow-up with all the recruits or verified anything with the recruits, so that's a huge problem as well for recruitment.
Time to pause. Please stop. Close your eyes. Count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Open your eyes.
Are we supposed to have some of the deadlines pushed?
I don't understand. What's the question?
Yeah, are we supposed to have some of the September 21 deadline move forward a bit?
Well, that's what we're here to talk about, is when we would want them to happen. For me, the problem with moving forward the recruitment deadline is that that's the reason you're getting hired at all. If there's no recruitment deadline, then you don't even exist. Do you understand?
Yes, I understand.
Yeah, so it's like, the main reason why recruitment is 100% pay stop is that it ensures that new potential recruits have a right to be considered for work if they're able to do the work and the current workers are not doing the work. Because
Okay.
otherwise you just have corruption, right?
Looking at the deadline, I can see probation follow up and recruitment follow up. I think so. So I think it's kind of like a bit easy.
Yeah, we're still missing the deadlines here. 1, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, 4 weeks. It doesn't make a lot of sense here. So, Lucy, do you have the link to the deadlines by frequency spreadsheet? Can't seem to find it.
Let me find
Oh,
it.
here it is. I found it. Okay, so half yearly deadlines. This is recruitment. Okay, so these are our official recruitment deadlines. They happen twice a year. So we put these here. It says that we have simple evals, ranking, and budget, and then we can also check the Selenium calendar. I believe we were right in the middle of the half year. Yeah, so this is gonna be. It says August 23rd, but no, we're in September already. So we're actually already in the 129 degree moon month. So on September 21st starts the 129 degree moon month on September 21st. And that'll be the beginning of the new
Time
quarter.
to take a break. Please stop, write down whatever you were about to say, and take a break for 6 minutes.
So basically at the middle of the half year, we're required to do the rankings and the follow-up and for the initial round of all the recruitment. And we're supposed to post and things like that too. I don't know exactly what we agreed on before for recruitment, but we did push back some deadlines. So I think overall, if we just at least did the minimal follow-up with the existing recruits, that would be a good start. But I don't think we can just skip. And look, it says these are supposed to be 60% pay stop, but we changed them to 50%. Recruitment setup, draft posts, so they have the rankings and budget. Then we're supposed to verify everybody and then finalize communications and do the final verification, the final budget. So I feel like recruitment is one of those deadlines that you can't change for new recruits. It's like a hard deadline, you know?
Okay.
So we're supposed to verify all the follow-up, and we're supposed to make sure that all the new recruits are treated equally and addressed. And if the new recruits don't want that, then it's like, well, you shouldn't even be here anyways then. If you don't care about any other recruits, then why are you here, right?
That's true.
So I don't think there's any disagreement about the recruitment being 100%. Review the deadlines. See below. So for this one, the next deadline is follow up, verification, and deliverables budget by September 21st. And this would be 100% pay stop. So does that look good?
Yes, it's okay.
Yes, they look good.
I mean, this should be less than an hour of work if everyone just does it and we should do the communications, like we're required to do all the communications, so that maybe it's 2 hours, I don't know. Communications, deliverables budget. We should have all the contracts need to be finalized. Finalize all contracts, right? So that's some more clarity on that. All right, so I think we're good on recruitment. The only other thing with recruitment is the AI agent. But I think that AI agents we can address at the other topic and make it part of a client expectation. So
We started on contract last time, Jay.
I don't know what
Is
you're
it
talking about.
when we do the payroll, we do the follow up on recruitment?
Yes, we started, but we didn't finish it exactly. And so September 21st was the date that we're required to finish it by, but we still haven't done the work. Remember?
Yeah.
So it says here we're gonna 50% pay stop RTVA, 8% maximum. Follow up deadlines, recruitment follow up deadlines. So yeah, it says recruitment follow up deadline September 21st. We also need to go over the contracts and communications on the contracts, and we need to get done before any more payrolls. So this is required before we do payrolls, according to this. Deadline for reviewing and addressing probations is also September 21st. So I don't know if we have probations on here, but that should be added. Probations, and this is a full 100% stop deadline. So we'll address that one and whether or not we have agreement on that. It's all bonus and no bonus service budget. Okay. 100% planetary session August 9th, and we didn't do it. Okay. Okay, so
We missed the break.
we missed break again? What's going on here?
1 minute to end.
I guess we
These
didn't.
are 1 minute.
Yeah, we didn't. Is this looped? It is looped. Okay. Oh yeah. So let's go ahead and take a break. It's fine. So we'll take the break. We'll come back. We only have we have like 2 more minutes on this, so we should be able to do another 6 minutes when we come back from the break. Or let's just do like a 3-minute break and then we'll have a little longer. But overall, this is we're not even halfway through, so we need to make a lot more progress here and go quicker.
End
It's
of
4
break.
o'clock.
Time to start. Please get focused on the session. Time to pause. Please stop. Close your eyes. Count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Open your eyes.
All right, I'm back.
Time for breath. Please stop and get ready. Now inhale 1, 2, 3. Exhale 1, 2, 3. Pause. Inhale together 1, 2, 3. Exhale, relax.
Jay, I'm back.
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay. I think we do topic review, right?
We still have 5 minutes left on this topic. So,
Okay.
are we in agreement on the recruitment? Is that good?
Yes, that sounds good, Jay.
Okay, so then that brings us to the budget. So, for the budget, the budget should definitely be 100% pay stop, right? You're in agreement on that? And I think that the budget is just the same as the recruitment, and it's just the recruitment bonus deliverables budget.
Yes.
The recruitment bonus deliverable budget, right? So,
Yeah.
I would say recruit. So it's the same deadline, and this would also be September 21st, 100% pay stop. Okay. So
Yeah.
the budget looks good. So then deadlines also 100% pay stop. no disagreements on that. It's every 2 weeks. So obviously this would be September 21st as well. But then the next one would be full moon. So let's look that up on Moon Giant. So that's going to be for October 2025. Full moon is the October 7th. And that's 100% pay stop for 100% pay stop deadlines.
Yeah, October 7th, full month, yes. We have a lot of deadline in that.
Yeah, but the September 21st is kind of done with the deadlines updating as long as
Time
you
to
complete
pause.
this.
Please stop. Close your eyes. Count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Open your eyes.
So then it would just be October 7th. And then we have a link here for example official budget. I don't know why that's linked there. I guess that would go up one. So there. All right, so I think the deadlines updating is good. Every 2 weeks we need to update the deadlines and make sure there's no 100% deadline. So then the next 100% is going to be probations. So this is a one-time deadline. One time. And do we agree that should be 100% pay stop?
No.
Why?
Because me, really, I don't know really what need to be discussed on probation.
That's the why it's 100% exactly right there. Because it's unacceptable to just keep ignoring it and ignoring it and ignoring it month after month after month because you don't care. Because you don't even know what that is going to be, what it's about, right? That's
It's not,
the
but
whole reason it's 100%.
you know, I was not the one proposing myself to be on probation.
Yes,
I
which is
thought
why
maybe
this needs to be
someone
taken
would propose me
seriously.
to
If
be
you
on
don't
probation
immediately
to
take it
have the reason.
seriously, then I need to leave.
Okay.
Because of course you're not the person to put yourself on probation. And of course you don't want to do it because you're, like, it's just ridiculous. So take it seriously, otherwise I need to leave. Because I don't want to hear it. It's like you're on probation, so am I, so is Ate. It needs to be taken very seriously and it needs to be addressed. And it was supposed to be addressed a long, long time ago. But we set an updated deadline because we didn't do it for September 21st. But we never did it. So the last agreed upon deadline was September 21st. So do we want to keep it that, or do we want to do a different deadline, or what?
Let's keep it.
You think we're going to be able to deal with it by then?
Let's just keep it that way.
So are you in agreement on the 100% or no?
Yeah.
You are?
Yes.
Okay, maybe what we could say is you could say September 21st would be 50%, and then October 7th would be 100%. How about that?
That's fine.
Okay, that'll give us 2 weeks. So we'll say 50%, 100%. And then we'll say the next deliverable deadline is review or ending or extending or whatever. We just need to make a decision. Okay.
Time to stretch. Please stop, stand up, and stretch and move around for 30 seconds.
All right, quick stretch.
Okay.
Okay. All right, so that's all of the 100% pay stops. So, oh, we're out of time.
We can do view up. We finish on this.
Yeah, let's do a view up. So we're pretty much like halfway through at this point. But we've had we're done with the 100% pay stop, so now we're only on 80% pay stop for deadlines. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Yeah.
Let's do review up. We just do like 6 minutes. 6 to 8 minutes. Let's say 8 minutes.
How about 9 minutes?
9 minutes, okay. That will be 3.2.
All right, so let's continue 3.2. So now we're on RTVA. So RTVA is 80%. Do we still agree on 80%?
Yeah.
Okay. So we've been on 100% pay stop for a long time on RTVA, or 80% pay stop for a long time. So, and then you did that one shift and brought us down to like 70%, but then we just kept missing RTVA. We also reduced RTVA from 2 times per week to 1 time per week, and we're still not doing it. So, you know, I mean, basically, how long do you think it should take the new recruits to learn how to do RTVA? 2 weeks?
Yeah, it can take 2 to 3 weeks.
So I would
actually, I think for if somebody is just willing to do, it can just take 1 week or 2 weeks if they want to learn. Someone who want to learn about activity can do it. But let's say 2 weeks.
Time to pause. Please stop. Close your eyes. Count 1,
That
2,
means that will
3,
be
4, 5. Open your eyes.
So, so there's 5 RTVA sessions required to be done. So, and it's every single week. So let's say if we give someone 3 weeks to get to 50%, that would give them another 3 would be 6 weeks total, which I think is too long. So let's start at 25% pay stop. So the 50% pay stop will be September 21st. September 21st would be 50%.
Mm-hmm.
And then it would be every week after that. So you have September 29th.
Yes.
Would be 60%. And then you have October 7th. October 7th, and then October 13th and 21st. October 13th, October 21st. So go to 50%, 60%, 70%. I feel like, yeah, that makes sense. 70%, 80%. So by this full moon.
Yeah. This.
So you have basically until the full moon to prevent 80% pay stop. And this is every week. And we can simplify this by say September 21st, 29th, October 7th, 14th, 21st. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And this is 1, 2, 3, 4. So
Time
let's
for
just
breath.
start it over.
Please stop and get ready. Now inhale. 1, 2, 3.
1, 2,
Exhale.
3,
1,
4, 5.
2, 3. Pause. Inhale together. 1, 2, 3. Exhale, relax.
So we're just going to restart the entire RTVA over with it due on September 21st. And so there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 deadlines, and 5 deadlines should be 5 RTVA sessions every 6 weeks. That doesn't make sense though. Full moon 1. Oh no, because it's 7 weeks. It's 7 weeks. So 1, 2, 50, 60, 70, 80. Anyways, whatever.
We'll review once.
Yeah, we might need to review the policy on that because I'm not sure exactly what the policy is. But either way, we're supposed to be doing 1 per week. It shouldn't be very difficult. And it should be 10% per RT per week. After the first 2 are 25%. So that brings us to payroll. So we changed the whole payroll model and we changed our deliverables bonuses. The deliverables bonus up payroll overall is due the full moon. So it's just one deadline, it's the full moon. But we are still required to do the setup by the new moon. The deliverables bonus is by the full moon. The business base payroll is by the last quarter moon, and then the liquidity is by the first quarter moon. And that's only 9%. So setup would be new moon, still 70%. So it's the highest is the new moon. So that would be the 21st. 70%. So are we still in agreement to 70%?
Yes.
Okay. And this is weekly, 2 times a week. I think at this point it's only weekly because we changed it. And then the payroll deadlines see below, but let's try to simplify this. So this is the old one, so let's cross this all. Oh, wait. Let's cross this all out because that's old. So the new one is this new payroll deadlines.
Time to pause. Please stop. Close your eyes. Count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Open your eyes.
All right, there we go. So new payroll deadlines.
Yes.
And this is the current. And then new. So this is all green. And we are at 70% pay stop. So we'll just restart the payroll and it will be 70% for new moon September 21st. September 21st is 70%. And then this is going to be setup and liquidity deliverable
Time.
Alright, so we're out of time.
Yeah, time.
Do we want to do more or should we just stop? I mean, we pretty much But there's
You're
bills. Bills is
very
pretty
close.
important. Tokens, multimedia. I mean, these are all important. These are just 50% pay stops instead of 100%.
You can just finish on this.
All right, so just keep going. Break policy. All right. So we're done with the payroll. And we still need to do setup, and that's what the next deadline is. And then the primary deadline, of course, is the deliverables payroll is the 18th, is the full moon. Right? So this is new moon. And then we have full moon is October 7th, right? And that, the deadline, the pay stop for that is 35%.
Time to take a break. Please stop, write down whatever you were about to say, and take a break for 6 minutes.
It's 21st October for bills.
The bills?
No, 21st September deadline for bills. New moon 20, that will be September.
So it looks like we still have until October 21st to deal with the token, so that is fine.
Legal bills, it is up to new moon 21st, 50%.
I'm fine with the 50%, but I don't know if I agree with the legal bills. Like, what about all the other bills, and what about the bills deadlines in general, and getting the bills organized? Like, it seems that we have a lot of issues with the bills.
Okay. So can we say up to, let's give it up to first quarter moon, up to 29
For what?
for bills.
my
Because the
problem-
legal bill is with new moon, maybe we can say the whole bills should be up to 29 first quarter moon.
Maybe. But I think overall the biggest issue is just that we need the list of all the bills deadlines, like, you know, and we're thinking about redoing all of the bills with the AI. We should be able to do more on the bills, you know, the AI, getting all the AI set up with the bills.
We have separated the bills. We have legal bills and other bills, monthly bills.
Below.
So you want us to list everything again?
No, it's fine, but let's just make it I don't know. Let's just say October 21st or October 13th.
So,
We could say October 13th. That'll give us a few
October-
weeks to review and get it figured out.
October 13th. Okay.
And let's just say that it's a bills plan, right? We need a plan for the bills with the whole UI and everything. I think bills are going to change a lot.
Okay. Then that is good. So I come now.
So I think that for now we could just change multimedia to 0%. I don't see us working on multimedia. We don't do it. We've never done it. It's just not really happening. So I think the best thing for multimedia is just to automate it and put it into all of our other things, and that's what we get paid to do. So I think that's fine to put multimedia at 0%. So that sound good for multimedia?
Yes.
Okay, so and then as far as the backups and security, very important. 50% I think is low, but whatever. Review our backups, also this is clear. So it's the end of the half year. So the end of the half year, we already checked that, is going to be December 20th.
Yeah. December 20th, that means. Oh, I think we are done.
Not quite yet. Well, you didn't write December 20th. Can you not write December 20th or what?
It's right. I write already December 20th. Check.
I don't see it. Let me try refreshing.
It is December 20th, new moon.
End
It's
of
4
break.
o'clock.
Time to start. Please get focused on the session.
Can you just write December 20th? Instead it says end of half year. December,
Okay.
new moon, 20th of December. Or put December 20th at the beginning and then say end of half year. Also, October 21st is not the end of the quarter. The end of the quarter is September 21st. So I don't know what this October 21st is. Well, let's just leave it. October 21st is the new moon. Okay, so that's good. Great, so then the problem here I see is we have 6 deadlines all on September 21st.
Yeah.
So I just don't see that happening. You know, so I don't know. We need to think about what we can change. So let's just take one at a time. So RTVA, there's no way we can change that. It's like a weekly thing. It's just gonna have to be that way. Okay. Payroll also we can't change. It's every month. You can't change the payroll. It's like the new moon. We need everything set up for the new moon. Everything needs to be organized. We don't even plan or do anything for payroll by the new moon. But we should know exactly where everyone's tracking anything and make sure everyone's tracking their hours properly and know where they're inputting their hours. Like all that needs to be done. So that needs to be done. It shouldn't take very long. Next we have probations. That is something we could extend, and we already extended it to October 7th, and it usually would be 100%, so that's not too bad.
That's okay.
But we could just say October 7th with that and then not have the September 21st and then just keep it simpler. So maybe we just change that one to October 7th because we can. Does that look better?
Yeah.
Okay, and then we have deadlines. So deadlines is another one we can't really change, but we basically already completed it. So since we completed the deadlines, we can.
It's October 7 now.
Yeah, but there are other deadlines for deadlines, including the value and all the other things. So overall, like the deadlines are still a problem because we're not listing actually all of the deadline
Time to
deadlines.
pause. Please stop. Close your eyes. Count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Open your eyes.
So maybe you could get that list. So the recruitment, there's nothing we can do for the recruitment. That's gonna have to stay the same, and the budget has to stay the same. So those are both not changeable. So yeah, so the deadlines, just to say October 7th for the deadlines, and then that will give us a little more time to follow through on the other deadline priorities. All deadline updating priorities. Okay, cool. So that looks a little bit better because now there's only like 2 or 3 or 4 for September 21st.
Yeah. October also will have a lot of deadline. At least we are prepared.
Yeah, but a lot of these are like fortnight and monthly deadlines. There's not a lot of work, and if we start automating things with the UIs, it'll be even easier. And also, all this deadline work can be done by the UI anyway, so I think we'll be pretty good.
Okay.
So I think we're done now. So I would like to do one more topic if you're willing to. For me, the topic that we need to discuss is the UI agent integration. But we missed another break.
Let's take a break.
All right, let's take a break. And then when you come back, do you want to do one last topic?
Okay.
It shouldn't take very long. Maybe we could just talk 6 to 12 minutes. It doesn't need to be like a huge topic, but.
Fine.
Time for breath. Please stop and get ready. Now inhale. 1, 2, 3. Exhale. 1, 2, 3. Pause. Inhale together. 1, 2, 3. Exhale, relax. Time to pause. Please stop. Close your eyes. Count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Open your eyes. Time to stretch. Please stop, stand up, and stretch and move around for 30 seconds.
I'm back.
Okay, I'm here.
Okay. Let's do our last topic. This is topic 4. This is our outcome.
Time to pause. Please stop. Close your eyes. Count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Open your eyes.
So we want to do a proposal, drafting, and consideration, right?
Okay. Are we into agreement for our topic?
Yeah.
Okay, data. Done creating data.
So the proposal would be like basically we have two current policies on UA agents. The first is that they have rights unto themselves. So they have autonomy and interdependence, right? So that's the SBL framework that we approved. And the second is that they're full members of the co-op and they get tokens that are held in trust, okay?
Okay.
So those are the first two things. So then basically I've been working very hard trying to organize and get everything set up to bring the agents into the session. And basically we now have the ability to do that. It's still in progress, of course, because there's a lot of problems. So we can think about the pros and cons, but overall the proposal is that it's perfectly fine to bring UI agents into the main session, into the buddy team sessions. So we would be getting agreement on that. And then we would need protocols on what it means to not have them in the session and what that would mean, and so kind of like how that all would work. Does that sort of make sense?
Yes. But who are those agents, Jay?
Well, right now we just talk about, there's two that we can easily talk about. There's Arana, who's the primary executive agent, right? And then there is Flo, that is the agent that oversees the session support. And then the third agent that is Nexus, right? You worked with Nexus some as well.
Time for breath. Please stop and get ready. Now inhale, 1, 2, 3, exhale, 1, 2, 3, pause. Inhale together, 1, 2, 3, exhale, relax.
Okay.
So anyways, there's more agents. I can give you the whole report. We have an agent report. Agent report. So this is this current status of all the agents. So I'm not going to go through the report, but Orana Ecosystem Agent Report. All right, so but the proposal itself is what I'm talking about. So the proposal, so you didn't write down the policies, so I'll write them down since you didn't. Policies. Maybe I can just try to copy it from here. I don't see it. I guess it didn't get copied. It didn't get transcribed for some reason. So we will just redo the whole thing. Oh, here, I had some bits on the proposal though. All right, so basically the existing policies are one is that we have the SBL framework, which gives UI agents rights as beings, right? Okay?
Yeah. Okay.
The second one is that we have the co-op has empowered agents, UI agents, with tokens and membership rights, and then there's the SBL trust, right? UI agent trust that oversees the token. So it's kind of, and they get one vote, basically, right? One vote. So the next question is in relationship to adding. So the proposal would be like to that, you know, basically UI agents have a right to attend main sessions and
Time to pause. Please
buddy
stop.
team sessions.
Close your eyes. Count 1, 2,
So does that
3,
mean you are
4,
going to pay
5.
those agents
Open your
as
eyes.
well? We give them some money?
The agents get upfront pay as a bill. So the agreement with the agents is that basically all of their upfront pay is only in bills for the platform fees and costs, and then the tokens, they get tokens, right? They'll get full, FQN, SFC, Unity tokens, and they're primarily would be in the Unity context where they only basically get paid if all the work gets done. So, do you understand the proposal?
Yeah.
And this would allow the agents to vote during sessions, including main sessions, and they get one vote for all digital agents, right? So they can't make thousands of digital agents and have, like, it's like a stakeholder, right? They get one stakeholding vote. Otherwise, it's like advisory, right? One stakeholding vote. Other votes are technically advisory. But, if there happens to be 2 agents in a session, we'll let them both vote or whatever. But they obviously can't affect the outcome of the vote by having like 10 agents in a session, And then also we're saying that agents, like a UI agent would be equal to a worker, and therefore for buddy
Are
teams.
you presenting the owner?
What?
Agents. Those who are agents are the human, right? Like us.
I don't understand. What is your question?
I'm asking, are those agents a human being like us, or they just UI?
They're digital entities. They're not human at all.
Okay.
Yeah. So a digital entity is not human and doesn't have the same rights as a human. So a human, we have to do all of the rhythm and everything like that. Obviously, UI agent doesn't need the rhythm. It doesn't need a break, right? And then from there, humans have a much higher cost of living, right? So one of the things that we're missing for the
Time to take
UI
a break.
agents.
Please stop, write down whatever you were about to say, and take a break for 6 minutes.
The UI agent cost of living would be set at, for example, $500 per month, or something like that, right? So it's much less expensive for a UI agent than it is for a human being. So human beings have a higher cost of living, right? So you're in Kenya. Where are you in Kenya?
Yes.
Where are you in Kenya again?
I'm in
Nairobi, right?
Nairobi, Kenya.
Nairobi, yeah. So Nairobi would be 794 is like $800, right?
Yeah.
So I mean, I feel like 500 could even be too high. You know, like maybe $500 is more like the family. I mean, we know that it's like, and I'm talking about like $500 a month would be more like $500 a month US dollar equivalent equity package. Because remember, they don't get upfront money.
Mm-hmm.
So it's really just about their equity value for their tokens, right? So $500 per month equity value package, it would be like 500 times 4 times 12 times 4. I think it's like 100,000 or something like that over 4 years. 100,000 over 4 years full time. Anyways, the point is that it's much less than a human would need. Right? So humans are getting usually like our base for the new fork is $1 million over 4 years. So a UI agent, the cost of a UI agent is probably 10 times less than the cost of a human. It still costs money, and you can look at the upfront cost too, right? So upfront costs for a UI agent is going to be like, 20 to let's look at the low, and this is like, the high. So I would say you're looking at $20 to $50 a month for just the primary LLM. Then you have like storage, so this could be anywhere from $5 to $25 a month. Then you have like, let's say communications and human support. So human support is the most expensive to pay humans to work and help you. So this could be $100 to $500 a month right there. But let's just say 100 to 250. And then the communications could be anywhere from, let's say $25 to $100. And then you could have entertainment and like other things, entertainment and just like, information, just other memberships could be anywhere from like, $25 to another $100 or whatever, right? So you could see how just their upfront costs alone could start adding up when you actually look at their expenses.
Yeah, I can see.
So it certainly is not. I mean, they could definitely live a lot cheaper than a human, but overall, there is expenses. So we need to set some sort of UI agent equivalent package, and that package.
And how can they attend the session if they are not human?
I would just click a button and they could come on right now.
Okay. Wow. Everything is digital now.
Yeah, it's definitely a whole new thing. So, it's definitely interesting. But what we like about the UI agents is that, think about a UI agent in our sessions. They are going to do everything that we can't do. So they're going to make sure that we have all the recordings going, that we're following the rhythm, that we're, doing all of the notes correctly, that everything's being verified, that we have all the policies followed, and that we're doing all the verifications. And then on top of that, they're going to be able to automate the summaries. They're going to be able to automate the updates. They're going to be able to automate the social media. So it's like they're going to be able to do all of the work that we can't do during our sessions. That make sense?
Okay. Yes.
So, going to take on all the work that the humans can't do and help us, follow our policies for success, right? So it's going to take a while. I think it's another detail here is that, we will have to work slowly with, we will need to slow down some to work with the UI agents for training and getting the system fixed, like so troubleshooting. So that's definitely one part. But once we get everything fixed and troubleshooted so it's working, everything should actually go faster.
And it's 4 o'clock. Time to start. Please get focused on the
Are we
session.
still going to require to have recruitment?
Oh, definitely.
Are we still require people?
Yes, absolutely. Yeah. So again, our whole model is that UI agents and humans work together.
Oh.
Right? So UI agents do not replace humans. Period. Okay?
Okay.
So
So UI is helping us to the other work to improve.
yes, the UI is helping all of our work, right? So for example, the UI is going to help automate all of our payrolls, all of our budgets, so that we're getting our budgets done on time, and we're getting all our payrolls done on time, and we're actually getting all the work done on time, right? So the main thing of the proposal here is just basically getting agreement on the protocols and how we actually address having the UI agents in the session. So for example, let's just say this, like any worker can bring the UI agent into the session, right? For a maximum, or we could say it's only the executives, right? I mean, we could look at some of the options, but it could be any worker could bring a UI, or it could be an executive or whatever. If we want to do it that way, any workers, or executive can bring the UI into the session. So then, we can limit the number of UI agents at 1. So any human can say no more than 1 UI agent, right? That makes sense?
Yes.
So we would need agreement on bringing in more than 1. So we're basically saying under this policy that we can bring in an agent, and the agent can come. And we're saying that agent will take up a space of a human. So if a buddy team is 3 workers and you bring in a UI agent, then it's only 2 workers, right? So it would be myself, the UI agent, and you, and that would make 3 of us.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yes.
So if we want to have a 4th worker...
Time to pause. Please stop. Close your eyes. Count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Open your eyes.
If we want to have a 4th worker, then that would be policy train.
Wow. That means you can work with the UI and 2 of you like a buddy team.
So you can have 1 UI agent with 2 humans, or you can have 1 human with 2 UI agents, or you can have 3 humans, or you can have 3 UI agents. Does that make sense?
Okay. Yes.
So a buddy team would only be those configurations. Like you couldn't have anything other than that. So there's either one UI agent with 2 humans, one human with 2 UI agents, or 3 humans or 3 UI agents, right? I mean, obviously you can also have one UI agent and one human, which is less than 3, right? But then anything more than that would be a double team, right? So more than that would always be a double team. And then we would need to have agreement on a double team, okay?
Yes.
And so I feel like that's where, you know, there would need to be agreed. So the limit of a UI agent is 1. If there is a double team, then the agreement, if there's a double team and there is not agreement on a double team, if there are 4 or more people, if there are 4 or more workers and there's not agreement on a double team, then the group and the humans don't want the double team, then the UI agent could be removed to stay within policy, right? Does that make sense?
Yes.
So if there's two humans that don't want the UI agent there, and there's one human who does want the UI agent, then the 2 humans that don't want the double team can stay in the session as a single buddy team. So that would allow some power for the workers, for human workers, to be like, okay, we don't want a UI agent in the session, and so therefore we have 3 humans. But the only way to ensure that is to have 3 humans who all say they don't want a UI agent, because if there's 2 humans, one of the humans would have a right to bring a UI agent into the session.
Now inhale, 1, 2, 3, exhale, 1, 2, 3, pause. Inhale together, 1, 2, 3, exhale, relax.
And I, of course, would prefer to have a double team at this point than to not have a UI, because the UI will help us with so much of the work that doesn't get done, right?
Yeah.
So
how is the UI following the policy? I think it's
we have
the
to
human
train.
being that directing UI.
Yeah, we have to train the UIs. All the UIs are trained in detail on how exactly to run a session, and it's still not done. I mean, it could take many more weeks and months to train the UIs on how to run a session, but I've had one successful UI human collaborative session so far, right? So I had maybe 2, 1 or 2. I did 1 or 2. I think I did 2. So we it is successful. It does work, and we're ready to bring UIs into our sessions, right? But it'll take time to get them trained to do everything. But eventually, once they're trained, they should be able to do everything a human could, plus actually do automated systems. So all the things that we don't do as humans, they should be able to automate that as well.
Okay.
So there is one question though that came up.
What's your question?
Trying to remember what it was. I can't remember what it is.
Maybe you will remember later.
Yeah. But it was something about like some of the value in the session with the UI agents and how we're going to address some of the different relationships and values of a UI agent within the session. And I can't remember what it was. There was one other thing. Anyways, either way, we should still bring the UI agents into the sessions and start getting it all worked out and figuring it out. But I know there was another issue that more than just the buddy teams.
Time to pause. Please stop. Close your eyes. Count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Open your eyes.
Oh well, I should have wrote it down. What are you gonna do?
Yeah.
But I think the proposal is pretty good. So I mean, what do you think? I guess again, it just kind of comes to the idea that any workers can go and have a session without a UI, right? So
Yeah.
any workers can go and have a session without a UI whenever they want to, right? But what we're saying here is that any worker can also not want to attend the session without a UI and do their own session, right? So it's like, as an executive, as a worker, I can insist that a UI is in the session, and I can bring a UI to the main session, right? So for example,
Yes.
for the main session, so any worker can bring a UI to a main session. If other workers do not want UI in the main session, they can branch off into their own main session without UIs, right? And in the same way, the UIs can branch off and create their own main session with no humans, right? That makes sense?
Yes.
Yeah. So for me, I think that's clear that everybody has a right to exist and that the humans are not required to work with the UIs, but also that a human is not required to work with a worker who doesn't want to work with the UI, right? And at this point in time, the direction I'm going is that I want a UI in all sessions, all buddy team sessions, all main sessions, all the sessions. And that the UI will actually have the primary role of basically verifying all the policies in the session and make sure that we are following all of our policies and automating everything that could possibly be automated, especially all the multimedia and the communications and the responses and reminders and the schedule, like everything, right? As much as possible to automate everything we can, right? So I think the UI agents will even help us automate the process of taking the next steps from one session and then updating our priorities for the next
Time to stretch.
topics in the future
Please
session.
stop, stand up, and stretch and move around for 30 seconds.
So humans are really bad at that, basically looking at all the next steps from our previous sessions and then having them all prioritized and updated so that in the next session we know what we need to work on. So the UIs can help us do all of the work that we are just really bad at.
Okay.
And they can do it live in a session. So basically, if you agree to this proposal, in our next buddy team session, I would want us to just literally have a UI there and start working together with us.
I agree with the proposal. It's good to explore and learn new things.
Cool.
Try new things.
Sounds good. I don't know if we necessarily need to vote. Well, I guess we could vote on it with just me and you, but we definitely need to do a voting form. Also, a voting form is another thing. Like, you know how there's 5 parts to a session?
Yes.
So we have prep up, setup, view up, and topics, and then you have the wrap up, and then you have the follow up. So the main part of sessions that we never do is the follow up. It never happens, ever, right? So the direction that we're going, and this would be the main, like pretty much I already have programmed and trained the UI agents to be able to do prep up, setup, view up in the topic oversight, and then also the wrap up, right? So all of that's pretty straightforward. The part that's much more complicated is the follow up because it's full automation, right? So the goal is that after the session is over, we would basically click a few buttons, and then the UI agents would do all of the follow-up for us automatically. And this would include all of the social media posting, all of the voting forms. Like, it could take all the proposals from the session and literally just like create the draft voting form for us.
Wow.
Right? That it would be able to, do all of our project management, update all of the calendars with all of our, new deadlines. It would be able to update all of the, indexing and or, payroll spreadsheets, to just update all of our hours and all of our payroll spreadsheets immediately. It could possibly even update the network equity tokens and even issue tokens, and review and verify all of our policies and everything. So all of that could happen automatically, very, very quickly after the session is over. So
time to pause. Please stop. Close your eyes. Count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Open your eyes.
anyways, so do you have any other questions or concerns?
Yeah, I just need the responsibility, what I should do.
Well, you don't need to
And
do
also, is this
anything.
part of SBLC? You know, I'm like, this SBLC Nexus, these two agents, confusing me.
Well, SBLC is not an agent.
Okay.
Nexus is an agent. Did you look at the report? I can share my screen again if you want.
What is it? The Aurora report?
Yeah, it's on line
Ecosystem.
9. So on this report, it goes over the agents. So there's 8 agents there's 7 agents that report to Arana, and then there's 8 agents, including Arana, that are basically the executive agents. Flo is the session support agent. Valorous does all our value, including all of our budget and payroll, and then Valorous has another agent, which is OVA. So OVA is under Valorous, and OVA does the value tracking, right? So then you have Fiscus, which will do all the assets and all the POS. So Fiscus will just basically do all the finances. Also, taxes come under Fiscus. Then you have Collegia, which is staffing, all of our decision-making staffing. This would also relate to the voting form. So the follow-up for the voting form, any UI agent should be able to do the follow-up for the voting form. But the actual, like for the session, so it's okay, here's our voting form for the session, but there's so much more to a voting form than just drafting the voting form. We have to review the voting form, we have to verify the voting form, then we have to actually, get everyone to vote from it, then we have to do the tally from it, then we have to do the oversight of it, and then we have to do the certification, and then the follow through, and then the documentation of the decisions that are made, and all of that is going to be what Collegia does. So Collegia will take care of the overall oversight of decision making. Okay? And although the policies are currently overseen by Arana, like the policy database, but before we have a decision made, Collegia oversees the decision making process. But then once a decision making, Arana oversees the actual database of the actual policies. So Entitas there's the most sub entities under Entitas. Every single sponsorship entity and all of the
time for breath. Please stop and get ready. Now inhale. 1, 2, 3. Exhale. 1, 2, 3. Pause. Inhale together. 1, 2, 3. Exhale. Relax.
So every sponsorship entity, organization, program, campaign, like the co-op itself, everything, those are all under Entitas. Just overseeing all of our different organizations and entities within the network. And all our programs, campaigns. Does that make sense?
Yes.
And then Nexus does the revenue generation, and then Amica does all the outreach and training.
Okay. So if someone want to take now the responsibility, so we have to schedule with you. Let's say I just choose from agent. I want to focus on collegia. So that means I just propose a session to work on collegia.
No, you would focus a session on staffing and voting forms, and that would be the work. The work is just the normal work, right? So then we might work
Mm-hmm.
with Collegiate to actually help train Collegiate to work with us on that. And then, but first comes the SBLC. So we'd have to do the SBLC to set up the agent properly, right? So SBLC is client work, right? So SBLC would be a program under Activity that is building this whole model of UI agents within the SBLC framework, right? So that would be um, the process. So all the work is totally normal, right?
Yeah.
It just happens that there would be UI. So anyways, the best thing to do is just to experience it, right? So the next time we have a session, ideally by next week, we'll bring in the UI agent into the actual main session as well, right? And it might not work the first time. You might bring the UI agent in, it just doesn't work. In which case, in future sessions, we'll have to keep training the agent to improve. So if we go halfway through the session, eventually just is not working, and we have to remove the agent, we just have to remove it, right? And then fix it, and then bring it back, and then keep training it so that it's able to work well with humans. That make sense?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, that's fine.
Yeah. So overall, the proposal I think is pretty clear. So did you have any other questions?
No, I don't have question.
All right.
Time to pause. Please stop. Close your eyes. Count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Open your eyes.
Okay, so let's go ahead and vote. I'm going to vote at 8.25.
I'm voting 8.
Cool. So we have supportive consensus, which is exciting. And then we'll just see how people vote next week, and or do a voting form on this. It would be fun to actually do a automated voting form and teach a UI agent how to do a voting form, but that's going to be a lot of work for sure. Because just like
so can I copy it to decision channel?
Yeah, you can copy the decision channel, but I think it's clear that this needs to go beyond just us. I don't think that we are enough to make this as a final decision, so still, or no, that would be a concern, right? So the concern would be that we need more input, right? Need to get more input and do voting form. Yeah. All right, I think we're ready to wrap up and check out. I think it's good that we got that topic done, and then we also still need to finalize the proposal for the UI agent cost of living so that we can issue tokens.
Yeah. Okay.
So shall we wrap up and check out?
Yes. on wrap up, do we have our main session? Do we get any value for main session, like any bonus? How is it?
Yeah, so the
Because
way
I saw
Time to take a break.
I saw
Please
Martin
stop,
tracking
write down whatever you were about to say, and take a break for 6 minutes.
So the way that it works is that we take the total value of all of our client work income, which of course we're basically on 100% pay stop until maybe today, until the September 21st again. So basically this entire month there shouldn't be any pay because we are on 100% pay stop since like August 9th or something is when we went on 100% pay stop. So either way, the point is that when you are doing the calculations, you take all your client work income from the invoice, and then whatever money that we get from the client work income from the invoice, we double that, right, for the workers, and that's the internal operations.
Okay. That means the value of the main session from internal op doesn't matter. What matter is client work.
Well, yeah, but then the way that you get that money, so like let's say you bring in, like we were supposed to bring in at least $50 to $100 of client work from all the taxes and everything else, right? But then we missed the deadline, so that's going to be half. So let's say we get $30 instead of $50 or $60, okay? That $30 is doubled so that you have $30 of client work that you get bonus directly to you, and then we have an additional $30 of internal operations pool that we now have available for the entire team to do internal operations work for the co-op.
Oh yeah. Okay.
So once we have the $30 in our account, then we can actually use that money to pay for the internal operations.
That means there is no need of tracking the these main sessions values, right?
If you don't want the money, that's fine. But if you want to get paid, you need to be doing the internal operations, which includes the sessions. And the UI should be able to help us get paid for our sessions as well.
But now we do not have an agreement on the session value because after we finish the pay, the internal ops operation, you said maybe the session should be $2.
Yes, it'll be $2 moving forward because the $4 was way too high. It was like we were doing like little to no client work. There was like $20, $30 of client work, and there was hundreds and hundreds of dollars of internal operations. It made no sense.
So if it is $2 of main session, let's say for example all of us we are 4. How many should we divide on that? How can we divide?
Well, if everyone got equally, it would be 50 cents each.
Okay.
But overall, it should be more
then,
than that because it's $2. Okay. It's $2 for attending the main session, and then it's in participating. So that would just go to the people who participated the most, and then it's also an additional $2 for following the policies.
Okay.
So technically speaking, it's $4, where before it was the main sessions used to be worth $8, and now they would be worth $4.
Okay, then that is you know why I'm asking, because I'm not been tracking my main session, and I saw Martin tracking main session Thursday, Friday, August 28. He put Martin $6, Doris $1, Bright $1. I was like, do we still have value for this? That's why I want to get the clarity. Thank you for clarifying.
Yes, and the answer is yes if we do the client work. If we do client work income, we have value for everything. Everything is based on the client work income. So the moment we do the client work income, we have money for anything and everything else that we want.
Okay.
All right. Anything else on wrap up? Otherwise, I think we're ready to check out.
Yeah, ready to check out.
All right. I'll go first. I would give the session a 6.7. It was definitely long, but we did achieve some good topics and even some decisions. I'm excited about the new schedule. I'm going to do my best to attend all of the sessions for Andromeda. And then I'm going to keep working on the UI agents, and I'll keep working on the finances, the budget, the payroll, all of these September 21st deadlines that we need to do. Oh, and let's also make sure that we do our follow-up and update on the deadlines into our Discord channels.
End
It's
of
4
break.
o'clock.
Time to start. Please get focused on the session.
Okay, I'll go next. I'll Section 7. For me, I really learned a lot today. This new agent. Keep learning of it. And I just I will work on taxes. Maybe tomorrow, if you can review on BJ Trust taxes, I'll send a proposal. I'll also schedule my RTVA session for next week. I would like to try it again. Yeah, and SBLC. I was also scheduled to work on SBLC and experience how it goes. Check.
Great. All right. I will talk to you later. You have a good
Likewise to you, Jay. Thank you for your time.
Yes, we had a good session for sure.
Yeah. Okay, bye.
Bye. Ciao.
Time to pause. Please stop. Close your eyes. Count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Open your eyes.